What makes a substance like water able to exist in three phases: solid, liquid, and gas? And what causes water to change phases? The key is energy. Liquids contain more energy than solids, and gases contain still more energy than liquids. By taking away or adding energy to matter, a phase change can occur. A phase change is matter changing its state or phase. For example, water is used to make ice cubes. The water is placed in the freezer where energy is taken from the water. If enough energy is taken from the water, then a phase change occurs from liquid to solid. In other words, water becomes ice. Melting, vaporization, condensation, freezing, and sublimation are all phase changes of matter. When a substance changes from a solid to a liquid, melting occurs. Melting is the changing of a solid to a liquid. For example, when heat is added to frozen ice cream, it changes to a liquid. The melting occurs when matter absorbs heat. The melting point is the temperature at which a solid changes to a liquid. Different types of matter have different melting points. Solder, a substance used to join metals together, such as pipes, has a melting point of over 230 degrees centigrade, whereas water or ice has a melting point of 0 degrees centigrade. This beaker of ice has a temperature of just below 0 degrees centigrade. This Bunsen burner is used to apply heat. The temperature rises to 0 and the ice begins to melt. After several minutes, all the ice melts to water. What do you think will happen if the water is heated more? As more heat is added, the temperature continues to rise. Here, the temperature is 90 degrees centigrade. The temperature eventually reaches 100 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, vaporization occurs. Vaporization is the process of a liquid changing to a gas. Notice the steam coming off the surface and the bubbles rising from the bottom of the beaker. This is called boiling. Boiling is the process of a liquid changing to a gas at its boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. In this process, particles absorb enough heat to change the liquid to the gaseous phase. Evaporation is vaporization that occurs at the surface of liquids. This is a slower process than boiling. Here, particles of a liquid slowly change to the gaseous state at the surface. By retracing the temperature curve of our beaker of ice, we see that as water was heated, the temperature of the ice rose to 0 degrees. At this temperature, melting occurred. When all the ice melted, the temperature of the liquid rose to 100 degrees, where boiling began to occur and where water changed to water vapor. When heat is taken away from matter, a series of other phase changes occur. Condensation occurs when heat energy is taken away from a gas and it changes to a liquid. Notice the water on the outside of the cold glass that condensed from the surrounding water vapor in the air. This process also occurs in clouds. Here, water vapor cools to form tiny droplets of water. As liquids cool, their particles slow down, and they may become solids that can even be cut, like this ice. Freezing is the process of a liquid changing to a solid, enabling boats like these to skate across frozen lakes. The temperature at which a liquid becomes a solid is its freezing point, and water's freezing point is 0 degrees. It is possible for some substances to go from the solid to the gaseous phase. This is called sublimation. This dry ice goes through the sublimation process as it changes directly from a solid to a gas, and does not pass through the liquid phase. Next time you boil some water to cook some food, or put ice cubes in your glass of juice, think about the different phases of matter. The phases of matter, solid, liquid, gas, and plasma, have a big effect on our daily lives, and it shapes the world in which we live. So the next time you get a chance, try to identify some of the phases of matter in your surroundings. Think about how the changes occur. You may just be surprised at what you learn.